Okay, so hi, welcome to my channel, and my name is Kiosha. This is my second channel. This is about self-healing and self-care and inner work and all of that. So I hope you enjoy. What I want to talk about in this video is that I made this channel about a year ago, and I want to say about 2 years ago, and I started wanting to, you know, document my healing and self-care and inner work journey and stuff. And a lot of stuff has happened and I'm not consistent or anything. And so that's something that I need to work on. But this video is going to be about, you know, working a 9 to 5 job and, just how it makes me feel, outside of actually creating content. Okay, so I'm the kind of person where I get very tired very easily, but also I'm just very lazy. And so I've been working on that. But also with me, I honestly, I have to slow down when it comes to things that I'm truly passionate about and things that I truly love, which is uploading videos and singing and acting and all of that stuff. And so, but doing things that I enjoy as a hobby, which is YouTube and creating content. And so yes, I have an Instagram, I have a Facebook, I have the TikTok, and I have 2 YouTube channels, and I have a Twitter, and I have a Snapchat. So I have been, over the past several years, since I've lost my mom. My mom departed in 2021, and that's when I really started my healing and my inner work journey. And so since then, everything just, took off, and I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Like there's so much more to life for me, and how you have like this feeling and like this intuition where you are, you're supposed to be doing something other than what life presented itself to you, or your parents. And so I have been struggling, but I've always been struggling of just working a 9 to 5 job. And I feel like now that I'm at this age that I'm at, it's just really, 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 really like frustrating. And of course I've cried about it several times and stuff like that. And but I really try to not complain and try to be a positive person, because that's one thing that my mom would always say, is that when she was still here, is that I would complain a lot, and that's something that I kind of internally had to go inside of myself and really look at myself in the mirror. Because now that she's not here, I kind of go like, oh wow, I never would look around my surroundings and really truly, be thankful for, everything that I had, and thankful that my mom was still here or whatever. So it's like having her not here is, very, it's not fair. It's not fair at all. And that'll be another thing too, is just where I'm at in grief as of 2025 right now, and what I've learned and how it's made me stronger and stuff. That'll be in another video. But working a 9 to 5 job in today's society is very, 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 very just, it's challenging. It's for me, I try to, journal and prayer, and I know that a year or 2 years from now, I won't be in this position. And so it's like So it's like just waking up every day and having to clock in is really, really, really just excruciating. Like, it's like we're not even supposed to work like this. You know, we're not even supposed to like get up and have our bodies, you know, move around like that every day. And honestly, you know, it's working for me. You know, you have to do what you got to do. But I'm just like, I've always had intuitive, you know, messages and signs from the universe that this is not for me. You know, this is, you're supposed to be doing bigger and better things and stuff. And I would ask God, what, you know, whatever you need to do, you know, just guide me. I will listen, you know, through your encouragement, through your wisdom, through your strength, God, you know. And so what's really been helping me a lot is journaling and prayer and my intuition, honestly. And just kind of connecting to a much deeper meaning of everything in my life, on a spiritual level. And I, God, when I tell you, I'm so grateful for everything that God has given me. I'm grateful for my apartment. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for, you know, being able to, you know, have food, being able to just sleep in my cozy, beautiful bed, you know, all of that stuff. But, you know, at the same time, I'm like, you know, this is not the life that I deserve. This is not the life that I'm supposed to be living, you know, paying rent or living paycheck to paycheck. You know, it's very frustrating at times. And I try to find, you know, a positive way to kind of deal with that stuff. And so, you know, it's, it has really been bothering me a lot because I work 8 hours a day and then I come home and I don't have the energy. Like, I want to sleep. I want to sit down and watch TV and stuff, but I'm just like, I can't, you know, I have to get up and do things that I'm truly passionate about, but also that makes me, you know, happy, makes me feel whole and complete, you know? And so I'm really trying to just put myself out there and stuff. And yeah, that's honestly, that's what I have so far about my 9 to 5 job. You know, there's just so much stuff that's on my mind lately. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just start uploading videos on my YouTube and you know, just, you know, this is just something that I've always wanted to do for the past 2 years, and I just have not been consistent with it. And so, yeah, you know, working a 9 to 5 job will literally truly get you away from what you truly are supposed to be doing as a person, you know, your passions, your talents. And it's really sad though, because it's like I have to get to a point where I say no. I set boundaries with society expectations, but also with this whole thing that they have built as far as capitalism and corporate world. You know, it's just, I have to get to a point where I'm like, you know, I love my job, you know, I love my coworkers, I love, you know, it's such a blessing, but it's to get me to the next um place that I need to be and where I'm supposed to be and where I'm supposed to be going, you know, through God and everything like that. So there is a lot of other stuff that, you know, I would love to share on this video about working a 9 to 5 job, about clocking in, clocking out, and all of that stuff and how it makes you feel, but also mentally what it does to you too. Because I've noticed though, I was thinking to myself the other day, I said, man, when I'm off, when it's my days where I don't have to work, my mental health is a lot better. My mental health is a lot better. My emotional health, um, uh, there was something that I had in my head, but I forgot. I'm not necessarily in survival mode, but I'm like, my nervous system is very just like, you know, it's, you know, and when I'm working, it's like, it's very, you gotta deal with all these energies. You gotta deal with, you know, all of these people, and it's a lot, you know, especially, you know, retail. You know, retail is customer service, and so, whew, but yeah, this is this is an introduction to my channel and stuff like that. And like, comment, and subscribe, and see you later.